Hello! So, I decided I want to do a makeup video. And since I'm still learning stuff and I'm not really confident enough to do the kind of ones you normally see, I'm just basically going to be putting on all my makeup for a regular day, I guess. I don't usually, normally I just wear eyeliner, but I have foundation that is the right color for my paleness now. So I can do a full face of makeup, which is really rare for me to do. But I wanted to do a video, so I thought I would do that. And my hair is purple now, and so are my fingernails from rinsing it out. So I'm going to paint those, but I'm not going to do that as part of this because then I won't be able to press the stop record button, and that would be bad. So I lugged all my makeup up here, and I don't have a mirror except for in my naked. That was bad. I just totally, okay. Except for in my little naked palette, so I'm going to try and use that, but it'll be a little bit complicated. So if I'm making weird faces or getting really close to the camera trying to see what I'm doing, that's why. Just, normal level of crazy. So I'm also obsessed with this hat right now. I stole it from Alex, and it's big enough that it goes over my head. It's quite entertaining. So, all the hair. I kind of just woke up a couple hours ago too, so I took off my eyeliner from 2 days ago, and then I decided to do this. So I'm going to get this a little bit closer because I wanted to have a good angle, but I also kind of need to see what I'm doing. So, yes, purple hair. Yay, exciting. It's going away now. Well, it's not going away. It's just getting tied back so I can do my makeup. So I usually, even if I'm just putting on eyeliner, I rub my eyes, which may sound dumb, but I get little crusties, and from sleepy or whatever you call them. I always grew up calling them sleepy. The little crusty bits you get in your eyes when you wake up. So that just, because usually I get up, I go downstairs, I use the bathroom, swipe on my eyeliner, and come back up and get dressed for the day. So that just gets all the crusties out so I can put on my eye makeup, and so I won't be touching it after I do it. My face is kind of gross. Ew. I need to wash my face. But this will still work. I'm still figuring out how I organize things. So, humor me. Because I keep changing my organizational system, and then I'm like, I can't find anything. This is lip gloss. I don't need you. Aha! Okay. So, this is the foundation I found. And I've noticed a lot of the YouTubers I watch put eye makeup on and then the rest of their face. And I don't understand that. My eyes are the last thing I do unless I'm wearing lipstick. Which I think I'll do that today just because, I can. So this is the, if you don't know from watching my other videos, all the makeup I use, unless I say otherwise, is cruelty-free. I put little tape on the ones that aren't, so I remember. But one of the YouTubers I watch, Jam Beauty 89, I think is her channel. Her name's Jessica. She did this whole hard candy haul, and it's this brand you can find at Walmart. And she found this is bothering me. Okay, there we go. A foundation that's actually pale enough for her. So I thought, okay, I'll try it. And I've tried them before, and they're usually all too dark or too pink or whatever. And this one is actually the proper color. I'm quite impressed. It's Hard Candy's Glamouflage in the color Porcelain. There we go. And I like this brand anyway. I thought it wasn't cruelty-free, so I hadn't bought anything from it. And I looked up, and they're like, no, we're completely cruelty-free. It actually says, I just noticed on here, we love our animal friends. We don't test products on them, which is awesome. And it's got a little pumpy thing. So this is actually only the second time I've used this. I'm going to take off my ring. I also, since I have an eyebrow ring, I know it's kind of gross, but I've got the original ring in because my favorite one, the purple one with the big little balls, one of the balls just randomly fell off. So I just kind of swoosh it back and forth, and I usually push it down so that there's not any extra sticking up because I put foundation up here. and it just gets like any potential crusties off or whatever. What is up with my fingers? Did I not get all my eyeliner off? Okay, so I just put like a pump on my fingers, and I haven't tried, I just use my fingers. I haven't tried, I don't have one of those beauty blenders, and I haven't tried using a brush yet. And this is just how my grandma showed me how to put on foundation years and years ago. So I put a spot on each cheek, on my forehead, on my nose, and on my chin. And then I have some left over my fingers, so I kind of do that, and then I use it for my cheeks because I need more. And then I just kind of sort of rub it in like lotion, but not like rub it in so much because the color is kind of there for a reason. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I should wash my face first. My nose gets really greasy. Okay. Oh. Which face? Okay, I keep getting confused about my left and my right because I'm looking at oh, I just swiped over my eyebrow. Oh well. I'm looking at the video thing, and I know not everybody does it, but I put foundation just lightly up over my eyelids too, because otherwise the color looks really weird, especially if I don't get like up here, because I don't put eyeshadow on. I rarely wear eyeshadow. I keep thinking I look so weird, and I keep thinking it's because the color's wrong, and it's not. It's just because it works, and I have no freckles now, which is weird to me because I always have freckles. Excuse me while I look in here. There we go. I knew I had like a streak down my nose. Okay. And yeah, don't forget to get bottom of your nose, because I've done that. Hey, this is covering up the leftover purple on my face. That's great. And like right around my lips too, somewhere I usually miss. Sorry, I'm trying to look in the mirror so I can see what I'm actually doing, since it's kind of hard to see in the video. Okay. Okay. And I usually have like towel or something to wipe the leftover on, but I'm just gonna wipe it on my legs. I usually like wipe it on my jeans or whatever, but or from the bathroom a towel, but whatever. Okay. Then because it's like still kind of tacky-ish, I guess. Where did I put this stuff? First I finish with the liquid, which, like I said, this is rare for me to put this much makeup on. Usually it's eyeliner. Sometimes it's eyeliner and like lipstick or something like that. So, and don't watch this and be like, oh, you really know what you're doing. I'm gonna do my makeup like you. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this video for fun. So if you want to try it, go for it. But I would not follow my video and like go somewhere. This would be like on a day where you're not going anywhere, because I'm still crap at makeup. I'm learning, and there's that. But I have this little, I'm gonna try the contouring thing. It's Sheer Cover Duo Concealer in light and medium. That's that. I guess it's supposed to be a concealer. My cousin gave it to me when she was cleaning, but it's been working pretty well for contouring for me. I used like that one for the highlight and that one for the shadow, but I'm actually going to use there we go, this little Temptu pink pearl highlighter that I got in one of my Ipsy bags for the highlighter. And it's got a rolly ball on it, but it doesn't really work that well, so I'm just going to use my finger. And I usually do highlight first. So what I learned, I took a theater major, I took a stage makeup class last spring. So I learned you take your finger and you stick it under your cheekbone, and that way you know where to put the light. So my cheekbone is right there, so I put the highlighter right here. And right here. I put, can't see. Okay, I need a mirror. Sorry. Put a little right here. Not there. And down my nose. There we go. I kind of just tap to blend these kind of things. And I like this one because it's a little bit shimmery. It's a little bit, it's wider, honestly. So since I'm so pale, it shows up a little bit better. And then I'm just going to use this medium color of this for the shadow, which the shadow I put kind of like how I learned for stage, but like more blendy. I put a streak right where my finger was basically when I was figuring that out on both sides. And see how my lip light kind of comes over? I straighten it out, and that where it comes over, there's a natural shadow, so I fill a little bit there. And then, God, I'm bad at this, on the corners of my nose. And then I just kind of tap, 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 tap. And with the cheekbones, you can kind of, I haven't honestly tried it yet with the Temp 2 one, but it should work. Kind of not only blend it into your skin and foundation, but also into the highlight. Kind of makes it look more natural and that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but that's how I do it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have all sorts of streaks on my leg. Okay. There's that. Oh no, wait, this goes in there. Organization. Okay. And so let's do blush today. So some people do like powder contouring and then put powder blush, and it seems like that wouldn't work to me. I mean, I guess it does because they know more about makeup than I do, but it just seems like it wouldn't work to me. So I just had this little blush in by Model Co. in Cosmopolitan. It was in my Ipsy last month, and so was this brush, which is a Luxie number 504 large angled brush. And this thing, it's totally cruelty free, so they don't hurt any animals, but it's so soft. I swear it feels like you're petting a chinchilla. It's amazing. So I just put a couple swipes, and then I don't usually like blush, but I tried this one because it came in my Ipsy and I love it. It's the only blush I've ever liked. Not actually, where'd that come from? And then I have this Mary Kay translucent loose powder, which was another thing from my cousin, but I am in love with this stuff because I am so pale. Before I found this foundation, I would just wear this, and it's running out. I really need to buy some more. And I use this little Mary Kay mineral foundation brush. It's kind of small for me to hang on to, but it works really well. I like how big the bristles are, or the head, or whatever you call it. And I just kind of, I put it in, I twist it, and then I tap it off. And I just like it's kind of like to help set all the liquid crap I just put on my face. Try and make it stay all day, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna check this in the mirror because I can't actually see what I'm doing. That actually looks pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself. Didn't realize until today just how low I am on this loose powder. But this stuff is amazing because it's translucent, so it's just, it kind of sucks that it's loose because it gets everywhere, but I'm just messy. Okay, what else do we got? Let's see. Eyes and lips, I think, are the only things I haven't done yet. So, let's get to doing that, shall we? This is another hard candy thing I found. Another YouTuber I watch, Lex, her channel is Made You Look by Lex. She does a lot of body paint stuff, but she uses Urban Decay's eye primers all the time. And they're kind of expensive, and I'm a broke college student, so I was trying to find something that I could use that, because I wear eyeliner so much, and I usually focus on my eye makeup. That I could use that was not as expensive, that, wake up, that I could afford to use all the time, that was still good. So I looked everywhere, all the cheap brands I like, even the moderately expensive ones like Rimmel. I couldn't find anything. Nobody had eye primer. Now I found Rimmel did have this Stay Matte Primer, which it's okay. It's not bad. It's not anything to rave about in my opinion. But that's just like for all over your face. I couldn't find any eye primers. And I finally found e.l.f. has this little, it's kind of hard to see, eyelid primer. I don't even know if you can read that. And it's sheer. And I was trying that and it works really good. And then I went to get that foundation from Hard Candy at Walmart. And they have like 3 different kinds of primers. So I decided to try one of them. And I got their Smoky Shadow Primer. And it's supposed to be to, like you put it on your eyelids and it makes any eyeshadow look smoky, which is really cool. And it actually does work because I tried it out with this eyeshadow. It's just a little purple eyeshadow I got from Hot Topic that was on sale. And I thought this would be really cool when I bought it, but when I tried to use it, it barely showed up. And I don't know if I would call it smoky eyes because I think of like a grayish eyeshadow when I think of smoky eyes. But I've seen people doing it with like blue and stuff. I'm like, okay. And so I tried this over this, and you could tell it was there for a change, which was nice. So there's that, but I do really like it. Okay, can't see. I do really like this, but I'm going to use the e.l.f. today because I changed my mind. I'm not going to do eyeshadow. So what I do, I just put, because it's like one of these little doodads. Oh, get in there. What? There we go. And I just put a dab on each eye. And I kind of do like how when I wake up in the morning, I just kind of rub my eyes. That's that. And my awesome Doctor Who eyeliner bag that Alex got me. This one actually has room for all my eyeliners and room for a few more. So, out of boredom, a lot of times I just shake it up and grab one. But I want to wear a particular color today. and that is the NYX Azure. I love this color. It makes me think of mermaids. It's beautiful. So I want to wear that color today. I'm gonna, excuse me while I come over here to try and actually see what I'm doing. Stay. And I put my eyeliner on pretty thick, like heavy, and also the line is pretty thick. But that's just me. I know most people don't do that. That's how I like it, so that's how I do it. Okay. Really pretty. And I have heard, sorry, I had a nose drip. I have heard, first, when I was switching over to cruelty-free stuff, first I heard that when I did research, NYX, I read NYX is totally cruelty-free, all that. I'm like, great, I've fallen in love with this brand. Lex, that I mentioned earlier, uses it a lot. I've fallen in love with it. It's great. It's not hardly expensive. I can get it at CVS. And then I heard that L'Oreal, which is not cruelty-free by any means, and that's a whole nother rant, but my opinion is, my personal opinion, and I'm not going to push it on anybody, but my personal opinion is that L'Oreal is completely evil for multiple reasons. But I heard that L'Oreal had taken over NYX and now they weren't cruelty-free. And so I was like, oh, that's really sad. I really like these eyeliners and stuff. And I started looking into it more. I don't know whether or not L'Oreal is taking them over, but they are still cruelty-free. So there's that. At least as far as my research goes. Okay. Get in there. And just gonna, this is another Ipsy sample. It's Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Not only do I love the purpleness, but I like this mascara pretty well. It's a little bit heavy, but when I'm wearing this much makeup anyway, I might as well wear something heavier. Oh wow. Sorry, I had to get kind of close to see what I'm doing with this. There we go. Why I see something? Oh, it's just a clumpy. Okay. And then all I have left is my lipstick, which this isn't actually all lipstick, it's just colored things. So I think I'm actually going to do this one, which is another Ipsy sample. I didn't think I would like this at first, and then I tried it and I'm in love with the color. It's a Noya, and it's called Deeply in Mauve. It looks like that. Like I said, I didn't think I'd like this color at first, but I absolutely love it. I'm going to be sad when it's gone because I absolutely love it. And I'm going to have to buy another thing, but they're like 20 bucks. Because it's all organic and... So this is when okay, I'm going to go on a minor rant here. Since I switched over to cruelty-free stuff, I've been amazed and impressed by how many brands I did not realize are cruelty-free. Because most of them don't advertise it, and a lot of them don't even have the little bunnies on the back. And I think that's sad, and I think, well, if you're cruelty-free, you should say that, so, or at least make it easy to find, so that people like me can find it and will be more likely to buy your products. But then at the same time, I see brands that I really like that do that. They like, we're cruelty-free, we're also organic, we're also vegan, we're also, and those are all great things, those are fine. But it's just like, they start advertising it and they up their price, and it's just, I think, now glasses are smashed again. It's just, I think it's dumb. But yeah, this is full face everyday makeup, I guess. Not really everyday for me because I don't really wear this much makeup mostly. Like, this is a crap ton of makeup for me to be wearing, but I just realized it took me 25 minutes to put on my makeup. I was also talking a lot, so there's that, so. Yeah. That's full face of makeup, the kind of things I would wear. So, if you like it, try it. I guess, like I said, I mostly did this for fun, so hopefully somebody enjoyed watching it. See you later. Bye.